are not even usual, so our detective just took longer. I went to go eat.
Because of scenes from the movie. Although the mutilated Tin Man was omitted.
But why did the killer go to all this trouble in the first place?
Based on what we know, the reason the killer chose these imitations isn't that difficult to figure out.
The reason the killer imitated those two victims in that movie, I should be able to explain.
I see!
Yay.
The reason the killer imitated two of the murders from the movie was so he'd mix up the killing order.
Then, Hiyoko was actually killed before Ibuki?
A valid line of reasoning.
Oh, crud.
Yeah, it's valid. The condition of Ibuki's body suggests that as well.
What do you mean? If you're going to cry and beg like that, then I guess I'll hear about the condition of Ibuki's body.
Alright, Gundam, now you're kind of putting yourself on my sus list.
I'm not even crying.
I'll let you sob as much as you want later. Just hurry up and tell me before I change my mind.
What a jerk!
Oh, I see. You want me to explain it to you, right? Because you don't understand what I'm saying, right?
An even bigger jerk? Impossible!
Look, Ibuki died because she hanged herself, right? That means when she was still alive, her feet were touching the floor.
What's wrong with that?
But it seems Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was killed. That would mean Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki.
How light. Your words are so light as the sylph's feather. Your opponent is out of your league.
Man,
Oops,
he's
my bad.
annoying again.
First and foremost, you claim Ibuki's feet were touching the floor when Hiyoko was killed. How can a low-class creature with no psychic abilities like you know something like that?
Because she was doing something that's only possible if her feet were on the floor.
It seems you suffer from a pathetic delusion.
You're one to talk.
Lamau. Anyway, if this continues, we're just gonna talk in circles. I think it's best if we clarify Ibuki's status when Hiyoko was killed.
When Hiyoko died, Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
I am telling you to present your evidence.
Did you see her walking?
If her feet were on the floor, was there any sign she stepped on something?
No, really.
Crap!
When
I guess that's like if we're
Hiyoko
not hearing the
died,
full argument.
Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
I am telling you to present your evidence.
Did you see her walking?
If her feet were on the floor, was there any sign she stepped on something?
Were there even any footprints at the crime scene?
Maybe her feet were on the floor. But she was like sitting or something. So instead, there'd be a mark on her ass.
No.
Weak, 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 I say! It doesn't even pierce my heart!
Alright. Chiaki said Ibuki was standing when Hiyoko was killed, but is that really true?
When Hiyoko died, Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
Ah, what
I am telling you to
piss
Did you see
off.
her walk?
If her feet was there any
It's probably
sign she-
wrong
were there
anyways,
even
but
any-
at least
Maybe her
it
feet
wouldn't
were,
hurt
but
to
she was like
check.
sitting. So instead, there'd be...
Weak, weak. It doesn't even pierce my heart!
When Hiyoko died, Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
I am telling you to present your evidence!
Did
That's
you see
so
her
bull.
If her feet was there any sign she- were there even any-
Maybe her feet were, but she was like sitting. So instead, there'd be...
Weak, weak. It doesn't even pierce my heart!
When Hiyoko died, Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
I am telling you to present your evidence!
Did you
What
see
the
her
heck?
If her feet was there any sign she- were there even any-
Maybe her feet were, but she was like sitting. So instead, there'd be...
Weak,
That part
weak.
was
It
easy,
doesn't
thank you,
even pierce
Tony.
my heart!
When Hiyoko died, Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
Nope, I knew it was wrong.
Crap!
When Hiyoko died, Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
I am telling you to present your evidence.
Did you see her walking?
If her feet were on the floor, was there any sign she stepped on something?
Yes!
I agree with that.
Woo!
Just as Sonia said, Ibuki stepped on something. That something was blood. There were faint bloodstains on the soles of her slippers.
That is not Ibuki's blood, right? She suffered no external injuries.
Then it's Hiyoko's blood!
Hiyoko's only wound was a fatal slice on her neck. And she died almost instantly, right?
That's crazy.
If Ibuki stepped on her blood...
It means Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was mortally wounded. Which means Ibuki was still alive at the exact moment Hiyoko was killed.
Don't underestimate
Oh.
the power of the evil eye.
Christ. Alright, Tanaka. Let's get it, baby.
Is that it? A shepherd dressed in his Sunday's finest still reeks of lamb, Hajime Hinata.
His thing was cool, though.
Does that mean you have a rebuttal?
Does that mean you have a rebuttal? That's a good line. But are you sure you're sure? If I show you how serious I am, this world might be destroyed, you know.
Lamau.
You're so frightened you can't even make a sound. It seems you've realized our difference in status. However, the time for conviction starts now. You better entertain me to the fullest.
Oh, I love this. These are so good.
You're saying the blood on Ibuki's... Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor.
Allow me to
Yeah.
cut through those words.
Although short-lived, I have to do it. Fuck.
That's not it. The reason there was no blood on the floor is because the killer wiped it away afterward.
Don't say such foolish things. You don't have proof of that at all.
Yes, I do. If you look closely, there's a streak on the floor where blood was wiped away.
Get it, you.
When the killer tried to hide Hyoko's body, they probably cleaned the blood at the same time, but... Ibuki must have already stepped in it, and the killer probably didn't even realize it.
The reason they wiped off the blood on the floor was so we'd mix up the order of the murders, right? Even if they're able to hide Hyoko's body, it'd be bad if her blood was left out in the open.
Plus, Ibuki's body was left out in the open, and it wasn't bleeding from any open wounds at all.
Hyoko's body was probably wrapped in duct tape to stop her bleeding. The bleeding will stop once the heart stops beating. So I don't think they had to go that far.
Aside from Mikon, none of us were aware of that fact. So the killer probably did not know it either.
That's pretty cool.
Maybe the heater was running inside the music venue so it would screw with Mikon's autopsy?
That's true.
That's right! I didn't know the time of death because of the heater!
The time of death wasn't mentioned in the Monokuma file just to keep concrete evidence from us.
Yep. Since we have all this evidence, there's no one else who wants to object, right? Then it's decided. Hyoko was killed before Ibuki.
It appears that it is wiser to retreat for now. Fine then. But regardless of good or evil, there's no deceit in upholding one's convictions.
Can't you just shut up and back off?
Now then, let us resume our debate.
Wait a sec. There's something I want to run by Monokuma first.
Huh? Again? Didn't something like this happen last time, too?
Hey, if the victim actually committed suicide, what are we supposed to do?
Suicide?
The same as always. You have to vote for who the killer is. Think about it. A suicide means you've killed the most important existence of all, yourself. Unfortunately, that means there's no Blacken to punish, but I guess in a pinch, I can always punish Monami.
Why me?
Nagito? What do you mean? If the victim actually committed suicide?
Well, I mean, I understand Hyoko's death.
but I'm wondering if Ibuki was really murdered. For example, it's possible Ibuki killed Hiyoko, and then committed suicide due to a guilty conscience, right?
But she was under the gullible thing, so maybe she was still under the gullible like thing that she got going. So maybe the killer that killed Hiyoko also was like, "Hey, kill yourself," you know?
That's totally impossible. Then she never would have killed her to begin with.
She was afflicted by the despair disease, remember? That means anything can happen.
But if Ibuki's the killer, she wouldn't have been able to falsify the sequence of the murders, right? After Hajime saw the hanged body, the sudden appearance of Hiyoko's body soon after means the killer had to be alive at that time.
Then she was alive! When Hajime first discovered Ibuki, she was just pretending to be dead.
Excuse me?
If she waited until Hajime left, that's when she could have made her move and mess with the crime scene.
She hanged herself.
Hi.
Remember? There's no fucking way she could have faked that.
And if she was going to fake her death, I think she wouldn't have chosen hanging. Her body would have been defenseless in that state. If anyone touched her, that alone would have ruined her plan.
I see. So that means there's no doubt that someone killed those two. I'm glad. Now I'm free to search for the killer.
What the heck?
There's still one more issue on my mind. If Ibuki didn't commit suicide, then just what was that video Hajime saw?
Huh?
According to that video you saw, Ibuki was by herself when she climbed the stepladder, right? Then does that mean someone forced her to do it?
Forced? Perhaps they used hypnotism or something?
I don't know anything about that.
Kinda hurt.
Don't say it all proud.
Putting that aside, it seems obvious that the killer did something. So, maybe we should figure out who was able to do whatever that was.
So, an alibi. Then our plan is to destroy the weakest alibi. Since Hajime has seen the video, it is clear what time the crime took place.
But just to be sure, that surveillance camera doesn't have a record function, right?
It's a cheap-ass surveillance camera, you know? There's no way it'd have some kind of sweet recording feature.
Then, the video Hajime saw was actually live?
What time did Hajime see that video?
I saw it at the hospital, right before Monokuma's morning announcement.
So like, okay.
And I saw the body at the music venue a little after Monokuma's announcement. So Ibuki hanged herself right before Monokuma's announcement.
So a little around 7 something.
And since we established that Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki, that means the time that the murders occurred was before and during the announcement.
Then, we just have to find the person who doesn't have an alibi during that time?
Now then, I shall issue my decree. Let Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi commence.
Cool.
We can...
Alright. Check out the evidence real quick. Hiyoko was distraught because her kimono was disheveled and she was unable to tie her own. That's what Sonya apparently told her about the full-length mirror. Okay. Surveillance. I don't think the surveillance thing will have to do anything. Fuyuhiko's thing. Then Mikon in front of the hospital, they split up to search for Ibuki. They checked the movie theater and Electric Avenue, but they didn't find anyone. Apparently Fuyuhiko and Mikon were only separated for a short time. Huh. Movie Mikon's account. Right up until the Monokuma announcement that morning, Mikan was with Hajime the whole time. Afterwards, she went to the hospital to check on everyone and realized that Ibuki had disappeared. When she rushed out of the hospital to search for Ibuki, she apparently met up with Fuyuhiko. Movie invitation ticket.
Exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
Cap.
That's not an alibi.
Wait. No, that was supposed
Aside
to
from
agree
those
with that.
afflicted by the disease,
Wait, was it? I don't even remember.
if nobody has an alibi, then Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed.
Oh crap. Okay.
We can exclude the...
Oh wait. Before and after the murders. Well, no, because Mikan was with me at the morning, and that was like at the morning announcements, so that's okay. Yeah, so she's in the clear. Fuyuhiko, and then Sonia. Well, it had to be before. It was around like 6 something, or like even before that, but it was still light.
Sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be.
Wait. Didn't Hajime say something? What did he say?
My own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed.
Why is that a weak point though? The murder supposedly happened before and during the morning announcement. The person doesn't have an alibi for that time.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
I don't know why, but
What
this
about you
seems
guys?
off.
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then
No. Crap.
Announcement. I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
aside
Confuzzled.
from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed.
Ah, frick. The murder supposedly happened before and during the morning announcement. Okay. The person doesn't have an alibi for that time. Then it's Kazuichi?
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
No, what am I supposed to hit him with though?
Crap! We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed.
The murder supposedly happened. Who doesn't have an alibi for that time then? Oh crap. Crud. What? Oh, I'm so confuzzled.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Tony, give me your guidance.
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
That is a decent alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease,
Damn it, Tony!
if nobody has an alibi then... Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed!
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
Nope.
Crap!
As
We can
Tony said,
exclude the
trial
sick
and error.
people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi then... Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed!
This is so confuzzling. Tony, give me a better hint. Plus, Goober.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing
I
that.
don't even know if I'm doing anything right.
So
This
everyone who
sucks.
stayed at the motel does.
What about you guys?
Gosh, I'm so slow.
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi then...
No! I'm such a dongus! It has to do with Fuyuhiko and Mikan.
Crap! We can
Hopefully that wasn't a big hint. It has to do with Fuyuhiko and Mikan. What? Because she was like, if this is supposed to be with the announcement, she was literally right there with me when we heard the announcement together. Well, oh shit! And then after the fact, they split off. I would assume. I forgot. They did something all together. I'm pretty sure they both went to the hospital, and Mikan went to go check on everybody. I think. Then I stayed in the lobby, look at the video, and I saw, like, you know, a whole shebang. After that, I went to go to the music venue, and apparently Fuyuhiko met with Mikan. After that, they went to go look for Ibuki. After I saw the suicide, I went to the motel, saw Chiaki and Gundam, right? And Monomi. From there, Mikan and Fuyuhiko came. And then Chiaki, Fuyuhiko, me, and Mikan, we all went to the door, busted it open, and saw Hiyoko and Ibuki dead. But how do I use this in a way that is beneficial to me? I don't even know if I even said it correctly.
Include the sick people like me in a...
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then...
No.
Crap!
No one has an alibi.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an
I just lost
alibi.
valuable time.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then... Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed!
Or I could be... Thanks, Toner. Please, I need better guidance, my guy. I'm too stupid to figure this out. Ah, the person. It's not persons or people. What could this mean? What the heck, partner? What does it mean? What do these sacred texts mean? Technically, Mikan has an alibi during and after the announcement. Or no, before it was because it's before and during the announcement. So, me and Mikan are completely fine because we were both together before, because she slept with me, and after. Mikan's account, nobody has an alibi. What? What you mean? Fam? Okay. I think
We can
I might
exclude
get
the
this.
sick people like me and
I
Akane,
think.
right?
And
It
what
probably
about the
pains
others?
you to see how stupid I am.
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own
well,
cottage.
That's not
Never
an
know, it's fine.
alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease,
Oh no!
if nobody has help,
No, my God!
This is my...
Well, no! That's tough! Well, thank you, my guy, for the answer. So close. So close. An inch. Oh.
We can exclude the sick.
And what about the...
Right before them, I was totally asleep.
I think everyone...
So everyone who's... What about you guys? I was where I was supposed...
That's not...
aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi,
Lamau.
No, that's wrong. Hold on. Not all of us are missing an alibi.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm so slow, dude. Slower than a tortoise. Christ.
In fact, Mikan and I both have alibis.
It was basically right in front of me. I just didn't think that the nobody had alibis thing was a thing that I would fucking stab.
you two have alibis?
God.
Up until I saw that hanging video, Mikan and I were actually together for a while.
We even woke up together that morning.
Hey, what kind of situation is that?
I accidentally fell asleep on top of Hajime. Too much info.
Lamau.
Yeah, it's not like that. She just came to tell me Nagato's condition had improved.
And we went to the hospital together afterward. So we were together until right before the announcement.
I get it. You guys have alibis.
If that's the case, the killer must be someone else.
It's better if we think about it like that. The killer decided to falsify the murder sequence to hide the actual time of the crime anyway.
So it's inevitable that an alibi for both before and during the morning announcement would be very important.
It feels like Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has backed us into a corner instead.
But committing an imitation murder, is that really all it was? Faking the time the crime occurred by falsifying the murder sequence, hiding their alibi in the process? Was that the only reason the killer made both bodies imitate the movie? Are you saying there was another reason? I feel really bad for confusing you guys so much, but that's how I feel. I think the killer had a completely different reason for falsifying the murder sequence.
Killer had a different reason? If that's the case, are we still in the killer's trap? Really? Inside a trap set by one of us? If so, then whose and what kind of trap is it? Is it like gonna close or something? Or suspend, yeah. Recess.
Hiya!
Why hello there, mon ami. The moss balls sure look tasty today.
Stop it!
Don't characterize me as someone who lives off moss balls. And here's a chance time. What's that? Now then, mon ami's appeal time starts now. Huh? Appeal time? Your kind-hearted big brother is gonna give you the chance to reclaim your honor. Good luck. Show those jerks who treat you like a red-headed stepchild who's boss. That's 99% your fault. While you were whining, your time's already running out, so please make your appeal simple. About 30,000 words or so. That's too long. It'll be just a boring appeal. Come on, if your appeal is successful, there might be merchandise opportunities heading your way. Then... I'm Usami, miracle girl Usami. I'm an itty-bitty girl who's sweet like milk. Jeez, and I thought a certain robot's little sister was supposed to be the best.
What a disappointment!
Who are you talking about? I have no clue whatsoever. Sure, thank you.
I'm Monami. Once again, I've been put in such an unreasonable situation. Seriously, he's like the king of unreasonableness. Why did it turn out like this? We were supposed to have a fun, friendly school trip, but it turned out all bloody instead. No! This definitely cannot be allowed. That's why I want you to remember this. Everyone, do your very best. Don't lose to yourself. And don't forget to save frequently.
Thank you. The reason the killer did an imitation murder is a reason other than falsifying the murder sequence. Does something like that even exist?
Huh. It suddenly got quiet in here.
Explain yourself, my guy.
Did I confuse you? If so, I wish I could die from self-loathing.
Man, this again.
If that's the case, it would have been just dandy if they had gone ahead and killed me too. If that happened, the imitation would have been perfect. So why didn't they do that?
Well, it's against the rules to kill 3 people in the first place.
That rule is too harsh. I couldn't get killed because of that.
Seriously, just shut up already! Shut up forever!
But I'm thinking about it again, and he's totally right. It feels incomplete.
Because they didn't kill 3 people like the movie did? That's only because of Monokuma's rule.
It's not just that. Come on, try to remember the content of the movie. About the lion that got killed second.
That's the one Hyoko's body was imitating, right?
Even though we're calling it an imitation, the lion was actually pinned by arrows, right?
Yes.
But Hyoko's body was suspended by common household duct tape. Maybe they just used a common substitute because it was too difficult to imitate the arrows. Well, that's probably it, but that attitude is what makes this feel incomplete. If falsifying the murder sequence was the killer's plan from the very beginning, they should have taken steps to properly imitate it.
Okay.
But if we never realized it was a half-assed imitation, their entire plan would have been completely useless.
What are you trying to say? Are you saying the imitation wasn't planned?
I'm saying, Hyoko's murder wasn't.
Oh?
What?
Hyoko's murder wasn't planned?
I understand that imitation wasn't enough, but aren't you making a bunch of assumptions? It's not just the poor imitation. There are also other strange details.
Strange details? Like what?
Like, for example, why did Hyoko go to the music venue?
Sonya?
So, you're saying the truth behind Hyoko's murder is
Maybe.
hidden?
I have no freaking clue what you're trying to say.
However, this is getting quite interesting. My 4 dark devas of destruction are getting riled up.
When Hyoko went to the music venue, that's the key to all of this. I need to find out no matter the cost. And we have to use Sonya's account, right? Oh.
Why did Hyoko go to the music venue? There's no way we'd know that!
Maybe the killer summoned her.
If that's not it, maybe she got abducted by the killer.
No.
No, maybe. She went of her own free will.
Oh.
She was guided by
actually-
the will of causality.
Okay, that actually probably makes sense.
Why did Hyoko go to the music? There's no way we'd know that!
Maybe the killer summoned her.
If that's not it, maybe she got abducted by the killer.
No, maybe. She went of her own free will.
Yes.
I agree with that.
Look at that smile.
It's just as Sonya said. She went to the music venue of her own free will.
So, exactly as I assumed.
If no one called for her, then why did she go?
Hyoko locked herself in her room because she was being overly cautious of the despair disease, you know? I don't think a person like that would leave their room just because someone called for them.
There's no way she got abducted?
Hyoko locked the room she was staying in before she went out.
If she was forcibly taken from her room, there's no way she would have had time to lock it.
The killer could have locked her door, right? Just to hide the fact Hyoko got abducted.
Then they couldn't have hidden her room key that deep in her kimono. They would have put it somewhere more obvious. Otherwise, there's no point in messing with the crime scene if nobody finds the key. At the time, you were the one who actually took out the key, right? Then something like that.
I won't move!
Oh god.
Are you saying my gut was wrong? This could be my first and last highlight of the day. Why won't you just let me shine already?
That's tough.
No! That's not the issue.
Shut up! Enough with your fancy talk! I'll shut you up right now!
It's Sonia's
Kyoko
account.
was locked inside her room, right? She definitely got abducted or something. The killer forced their way into Hyoko's room. Forcibly abducted her! The girl is so small and weak-looking. And that's why the killer targeted her.
Crap. Oh, come on, man. I wanted
Hyoko's
button
room
mash.
was locked. The key was deep inside her kimono, remember? It's more likely that Hyoko locked the door herself.
The killer was the one who locked the door. So what if the key was in her kimono?
Crap,
Maybe the killer just put it there later.
Oh,
There's
god.
no reason for the killer to put the key in Hyoko's kimono. The killer probably didn't realize she even had the key.
Hold on. Try remembering Hyoko's body. Her kimono was all messed up.
Oh, wow, okay.
Crap. Hold on. Try remembering Hyoko's body. Her kimono was all messed up.
So, like, what?
There's only one reason her
Okay.
kimono would be that messed up. She fought the killer.
Oh,
Allow me
thank
to
god.
cut through those words. The reason Hyoko's kimono was messed up was because she wasn't able to properly wear it.
Wear her kimono?
Yeah, it's also the reason why she decided to go out on her own.
Kyoko seemed to be really struggling with wearing her kimono. I believe that was one of the reasons she locked herself in her room. That is why I informed her. I told her that there was a full-length mirror at the music venue, and I suggested that she use it.
Then the reason her kimono was messed up wasn't because she fought the killer.
Yeah, she went to the venue on her own just to fix her messed up kimono.
I get it. I lost. Boil me, burn me, take off my clothes. Do whatever you want to me.
Jeez.
Hajime, now's your chance. Make her admit defeat. Or better yet, make her do a little something something.
Hell no.
Then, the killer probably couldn't have assumed that Hyoko would go to the music venue.
Though that may not apply to Sonia, since she provided Hyoko with that information.
Though I knew she would go there, there is no way I could have predicted when she would arrive.
Don't go doubting Miss Sonia, you cretin.
Oh.
I'll put you and your hamsters 6 feet under.
Damn.
Kazuichi, it seems you have quite the fashion sense. Do you want me to incinerate your clothes? Perhaps I could do that while you're wearing them.
Gundam, please stop! For his sake.
What do you mean, for my sake?
Of course. I've already overlooked no less than 10 opportunities to kill you.
Even if the killer couldn't predict it, why did Hyoko get killed in the music venue?
The only thing I can think of is, it was an unfortunate coincidence.
Coincidence?
When she went to the venue by herself, she was probably just unlucky and walked in on the crime scene.
She was killed so there wouldn't be any loose ends?
It probably happened when the killer was preparing to kill Ibuki. The killer most likely had already placed the hemp bag over her head. And
Oh, sorry. Without hesitation. Slit.
Killed Hyoko.
because the killer used that coincidence for their crime, it made this case even trickier.
That's the reason they imitated the movie to falsify the murder sequence.
Which means that low-down scoundrel didn't plan on committing imitation murders at first.
Then what was the killer actually planning to do? They've been cunning this far. There's no way they'd kill Ibuki without a plan. Do you have any ideas?
Damn, you don't know the most important part.
The killer's plan from the beginning. I'm pretty sure we're very, very close.
Hey Nagito, any ideas?
Hey, how long are you gonna stay quiet?
You told him to shut up.
Oh, Am I allowed to speak? I'm so happy I'm getting goosebumps! Everyone actually needs help from scum like me!
So what do you think?
I was thinking about it while I had my mouth shut. But now I'm finally able to come to a conclusion. Ibuki definitely didn't commit suicide.
There you go.
Huh? What are you talking about?
I thought there might be a possibility that she faked her death and tampered with the crime scene. But now I remember. There was blood on Ibuki's slippers. So if she faked her death and walked around the music venue tampering with the crime scene, there'd be bloody footprints left in various places throughout the venue. So that's why I think there's no way she faked her death. There's no way Ibuki committed suicide.
You know, we already finished talking about that a while ago.
Huh? Really? That's annoying. I guess I should just awkwardly laugh about it then.
Are you freaking kidding me? There's no limit to how useless you can be.
Damn. No, wait a minute. If Ibuki had blood on her feet, there'd be footprints all over the place if she kept walking around.
Strange. That's very strange.
Strange? What's strange?
I see, it's not something we finished talking about. Those footprints, that's still an important clue left that we completely overlooked. Just as Nagito said, if she had blood on her feet, she would have left footprints. Then why weren't there any footprints on this?
I can prove it
Yeah.
with this! If Ibuki used the stepladder to hang herself, it's strange that there weren't any footprints on it.
Huh? There weren't?
Yeah, that stepladder was completely clean. No footprints or bloodstains at all.
You noticed such a small detail! How amazing! This is truly the talent of a chosen ultimate!
What are you talking about? You were obviously leading us to this. That's why you brought up the suicide topic after all. Nagito Komaeda, you're definitely someone I shouldn't underestimate.
But didn't you say you saw that video of Ibuki climbing the stepladder? Then I think there's no doubt that she really did climb it. Unless there was something funny about that video.
I see. So there was some kind of trick arranged in that video,
But that's something only Hajime would know, since he's the only one who saw that video.
So, just as I thought, it comes down to that. The mystery surrounding this incident is contained in that video, and whether or not we can reach that hidden truth is all up to me.
Hajime, I leave it in your hands.
As long as I leave this to you, I won't tell you to do your best, but oh well. You should get started already.
Closing statement?
Yeah, I'll definitely try.
No, right? If there was some kind of hidden clue in the video, oh, spot detection, maybe? So I'm the only one who can do it. The hanging video that I saw, based on everything that I know, the details thus far. This?
Here!
Ah!
That's right, I remember now. There was definitely something strange about that video.
Can you explain it to us?
What's strange is that stepladder I mentioned earlier. It's true that the steps of that stepladder weren't dirty, but on one side, there was a bloodstain, right on the left side of the stepladder. However, that contradicts the video I saw at the hospital. There weren't any bloodstains on the stepladder in the video. It was completely clean.
That is truly strange. If the video showed the moment of Ibuki's death, then Hiyoko should have already been dead by that point.
Even so, the fact is the stepladder had blood on it at the actual crime scene. But the stepladder in the video was completely bloodless.
And there's no way the video was recorded in advance. If that's the case, the only thing I can think of is...
It's possible those two stepladders were completely different.
Wait, are you saying there were two stepladders?
But where would you find another stepladder? There was only one stepladder in the music venue.
Then one of the stepladders was somewhere other than the music venue. What do you mean?
You're suggesting that the stepladder in the video isn't the only thing that's different. Am I right? That's amazing, Chiaki! All that gaming has given you incredible deduction skills. Is it okay to say that?
What are you two talking about?
Stepladder isn't the only thing that's different, huh? Chiaki said that the stepladder was at a different place, but if that's the case, the thing that's different between the video and the actual scene of the crime is that thing, it's that thing where the killer did something? Hangman's? Oh no. No, F? Crap. Crap, I did not mean to do that. No. I still got a lot of influence. What? Film? I'm so confuzzled. Obviously that's wrong, yeah. Filming? Filming what? No. Location. Crap on a stick. Location? There. My C's. No, my C. Hectic. Hectic, I say. Fuck. There we go. No! No! This is also hectic. I hate it. I hate it. No! Why do I keep doing that? No. Oh my gosh, I'm going insane. This is terrible. No! Oh my gosh. Oh, for fuck's sake, I'm actually gonna kill myself. This is terrible. I need an O, I think. I'm pretty sure I need an O. O, give me my O. With my woe, no. Boom. Yeah, boom, boom, boom. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh my gosh, this is so terrible. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Why did I destroy it? I just realized what I did. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Take that. Give me my ends. Please. Give me an end. Just give me an end. Just end my suffering. End my suffering. Give me an end. Oh my gosh, I lost so much influence.
That's right. Besides the stepladder, the filming location must have been different too.
What do you mean?
I mean, the video I saw was not filmed at the music venue. It was filmed somewhere else.
But the hospital monitor is supposed to display footage captured by the music venue camera, you know?
Then, there's a possibility that the killer also tampered with the surveillance camera unit.
In order to show us what they filmed at the video music venue instead of somewhere else, what did the killer do to the surveillance camera units? There is so much shit going on right now. Good Lord have mercy. Logic dive and then fucking... So first we do Hangman's like what, twice? And then we have to do Logic dive, I would assume so, twice as well. Oh, dope. Oh, cool. Run, don't fail me now, sweetie. I already made that joke, but beating a dead horse is the only thing I'm good at. Okay, question 1. Which part of the surveillance camera did the killer tamper with? It has to be both, right? I'm hoping it's both. Please be both. And that's where my road ends. Thank you. It was the monitor. Or no, the camera. Ah, this is terrible. What a terrible run this is. Oh my gosh, I'm getting dizzy. Oh, this is so strange. Oh my gosh. Ay, mi cabeza. Oh god, that actually fucked you up. Did the killer tamper with the camera at the music venue or at the hospital? The hospital! Why? Wait. I thought it was talking about the location of where it happened. Fuck. I am extremely slow. Great. I look like a buffoon. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Teabag, Hajime teabagging. My eyes are hurting. Oh my gosh. Skirt. Oh good lord. Skirt. Okay, never mind, we're good. Oh lord. Oh lordy. Oh. You know what? I'm already on my deathbed. I may as well go with the chemo. That'll kill me. Oh, never mind. Let's go. Skirt. Let's go. Alright! Tamper with the camera, the music, tamper with the... Oh, okay. Let me finish.
It's all coming together! That's it. The killer just brought the camera from the music venue. With it, they made me think it was a live feed from the venue, when it was actually from somewhere else.
Then only the monitor was left in the music venue?
Yes. At least when I first discovered Ibuki's body. But when Hyoko's body appeared, the killer probably put the camera back too.
That means you should have realized that from the start and made this easier on all of us.
He did discover the body. I doubt his attention was focused on the camera.
Well, that's true, but in order to hide that the camera was missing, the killer did one more thing to the remaining monitor.
Oh god, look at my influence.
I see! The killer smashed the monitor to pieces, destroying it. As long as it was in pieces, you wouldn't be able to tell if the camera was actually there or not. My attention was so focused on the body that even I couldn't have noticed something like that.
And the moment Hajime left the music venue, the killer put back the camera they took.
And they destroyed it and left that in pieces as well.
It's easy to say it was filmed somewhere else, but the surveillance camera's connection wasn't that strong.
Despite Kazuichi's desperate repair efforts, it seems it could not transmit from the hospital to the motel.
The fact that it was able to connect between the hospital and the music venue is amazing enough.
Which means even if it was filmed in another place, as long as it was transmitting to the hospital, the range would be pretty limited. Oh. In that case, where was the video filmed to make us look at like it was filmed at the music venue? The only possibility is that place inside that building. I'm guessing the hospital, right? The conference room, right? Is there gonna be conference room or hospital? Conference room. Ah, okay. So many more letters! All the more fun for me to not like it. Yay! Boom bam! Bebop! Boom! Give me an O! No! Oh! Give me an O! Still not an O! I got an O, and I gotta hurry up. Oh, before those... Okay. Give me an N. Y'all didn't give me an N. I got an N. Give me an F. Y'all gave me an F. And then the R right there. And then the E. Wait, what? Conference. I am smart. Indeed, that is me, Mr. Smart. Conference. Rumo. Conference. Is there a way I can like save letters? Oh, cool. Dope. Hi, Bubby.
I got it!
Hard work.
Possible that it was filmed at the hospital's conference room.
Huh? Conference room?
But the hospital and the music venue look completely different.
That's exactly why the killer did something to make those two places resemble each other.
To make the conference room look like the music venue, the killer went ahead and did some work. I've got to make clear what that work was. It's that carpet thing, right? The curtain, right?
There's no way the conference room and the music venue look the same.
Which place resembled the other? Did the conference room look like the music venue?
Oh god. Oh,
or did the
Christ.
music venue look like the conference room?
This one.
Or did they make some kind of set?
Or they might have tampered with the camera.
I still can't believe he mixed up the filming location. Hajime, you're pretty stupid.
How can I please stop? In order to make the
There's no way the conference room and the music venue look the same.
Which place resembled the other? Did the conference room look like the music venue? Or did the music venue look like the conference room?
That must be it.
Hey!
What the killer did was make the music venue, the crime scene, look like the conference room. They did that by using the black curtain hanging at the back of the stage.
From what I remember, there used to be a really flashy curtain. But after the incident,
Oh wow.
it somehow became a plain black curtain that didn't seem to be the right size.
That's right! It's so half-assed, just like Monami.
Oh yeah? Well, your face looks stupid!
Nice.
That curtain was hung so the music venue would look like a conference room?
In actuality, even though the curtain in the conference room doesn't stand out, it is a black light-blocking curtain that's long enough to reach the floor.
I see. The conference room. Indeed, the floor of that room is the same color as the music venue stage. So the killer chose the conference room because they realized the floor matched.
Matching floors, matching curtains. I guess it makes sense you'd mistake the two.
But that's not all.
Oh,
There
Lord.
should be something else the killer did to tamper with the evidence. Probably.
Something else the killer did to make the music venue look like the conference room. That's gotta be that.
crap!
No. God. Come on. I know, Tony, I'm retarded. Shit. Something else the killer did to make the music venue look like the conference room. It's gonna be bad. No, you're not. Yes, I am. Oh, yeah. I love being wrong. One more chance, and if it's not that, I'm fucked. Something that else the killer did to make the music venue look like the conference room.
I can prove it with
Oh,
this.
thank God!
You're referring to the candle in the music venue, right?
It's funny because I was literally thinking about
In the
it.
video I
Oh,
saw, a candle was used for lighting. But if you think about it, it's pretty strange.
Holy shit. Oh my gosh, that was so close. I literally could have... Oh, I was hovering over that option the entire time.
The music venue has good lighting, so there's no reason to even use candlelight.
But wouldn't they have done it to make it feel creepier?
That might have been another reason, but the main reason was probably to tamper with evidence. The lighting in the conference room and the music venue are so different. They couldn't be used during filming. That's why the killer used a candle as film lighting instead.
Which means... Are you saying the candle in the music venue wasn't actually used?
That candle was likely placed there just to make me think it was the same candle that was used in the video.
With candlelight, you can't see things in that much detail. Maybe they were going for that effect. With that cheap-ass camera, it won't capture much in a dark area.
As long as this all matches up, it should be no problem to say this is decided. The video I saw wasn't filmed at the music venue. It was actually filmed at the hospital conference room.
If I'd found proof that evidence in the conference room was altered, we would have reached an answer sooner. But it appears the killer already covered that up, so I didn't find anything when I went there.
But there's no mistake. That's the only place within the connection range of the surveillance camera.
The motel would have been too far, and the interior design of the movie theater is too distinctive.
But this must be a surprising turn of events for Hajime. You never suspected that the video you saw in the hospital was being filmed in the conference room.
The incident isn't happening at the scene of a crime, it's occurring in the conference room.
I feel like I've heard that I feel like I've heard base-head cops say that before, but isn't it the other way around?
If Ibuki's hanging video was filmed at the hospital's conference room, then was Ibuki killed at the conference room too?
No, that's not possible. Right after Hajime saw that video, he discovered Ibuki's body at the music venue.
The video was shown at the conference room, but Ibuki's body was at the music venue, which means that there was a fake somewhere. The fake must have been... What?
I see!
Oh, thank God. Okay.
The person wearing the hint bag in that video wasn't Ibuki.
Oh,
it was
that makes sense.
the killer pretending to be Ibuki.
Oh.
The killer put on a hospital gown, wore a hemp bag on their head, and was only pretending to be the victim.
By that time, the real Ibuki must have already been killed.
The actual time of death must have been earlier. Probably around midnight or dawn to avoid witnesses.
If they took Ibuki from the music venue to the hospital to kill her, there's no way it happened during the day.
So that's what happened, and no matter how quickly I ran, it was impossible for me to rescue Ibuki. At that moment, I was already in the killer's trap. And the one who set the trap for me was...
But why did the killer go to the trouble of making a fake video just so Hajime could go to the crime scene?
The reason the killer made a fake video. There's only one possibility I can think of. And if I examine that possibility thoroughly, then naturally the killer's identity will reveal itself.
Huh?
You fiend! Are you saying you already know who the killer is?
That's right, I should already know. I should have already known. Oh god, who the killer is. Select someone! Oh no!
You're the only one!
Oh no!
Mika, you're the killer, aren't you?
What are you talking about?
Like I said, aren't you the killer who murdered Ibuki and Hyoko?
Killer? Huh? I'm the killer? What is this?
Hey, don't you think that's kinda impossible? A chick like her as the killer? She couldn't even kill a fly. In fact, the fly would probably kill her first.
She's right! A clumsy slowpoke like me killing someone? That's completely out of the question.
But we're the only ones. Thanks to that video, we're the only ones who have the advantage of an alibi.
An alibi? Was that the killer's goal?
Now that you mention it, you guys brought that up earlier. Only Hajime and Mikan have an alibi.
It's just a coincidence!
But you're the only one who could have filmed that video in the hospital conference room. Is that also a coincidence?
Shouldn't you get some rest already? Shouldn't you be exhausted from nursing without any... You should be nursing... you should be exhausted from nursing without any sleep, right? Then if you insist, I will go on in the all-call room upstairs. You must be mentally exhausted. So it's better if you rest in the lobby instead.
At that time, you said you were going to the on-call room, but you actually went to the conference room. That's when you put on a hospital gown that you prepared in advance, put the bag on your head, and began filming. By doing that, you made up a video that showed Ibuki trying to hang herself at the music venue. And showed that to me.
Oh no.
Furthermore, I saw that video at the hospital lobby. If someone wants to go to the conference room from outside, they have to pass through the lobby.
So it's impossible that someone who wasn't already in the hospital went to the conference room to film.
Oh my gosh.
Not only that, the others in the hospital, Akane and I, were both delirious from the despair disease.
So that must mean...
Please, wait a second! What are you saying? I'm the killer? That's impossible! There's no way I could kill someone!
It's not literally impossible. Can't you give a better defense than that?
Just shows she can't even do that.
Hey, you sure this chick is really the killer?
Wrong! It's totally wrong! It's not what you think!
Just like Akane said, it is really hard to tie it all together. I mean, Mikan is the killer?
I agree. It is truly difficult to believe someone could be killed by such a slow-witted woman.
That slow-witted remark is not necessary.
It's fine. I've been like this for a long time. In a tournament for social punching bags, I'd easily win first place with my self-reputation. Even I can't deny that. How many times do I have to tell you? It's impossible for me to kill someone. I'm serious. Very serious.
What do you say, Hajime?
Do you still believe this woman is the killer?
Do you hate me that much, Hajime?
Hey, Hajime!
Everyone's ganging up on me. tricks aside and logic aside, is she really capable of doing something like this? Could it be I'm the one making the mistake? No, in fact, it'd be so much easier if I was wrong. If I have this much doubt about someone I've spent so much time with...
Can you hold on a minute?
Oh? Huh?
Well, I know I'm being intrusive and all, and I mean, I have no place to say this. I missed all of the critical parts, and I doubt I have anything worth saying at an important time like this.
What are you saying?
But still, there's definitely no way I can overlook the killer this time.
Huh?
I thought it was suspicious all along, from the very beginning. Investigating with the suspect in mind creates a different result than investigating with no leads.
Hey, what are you trying to say?
Well, thanks to that, I was able to discover a truth that nobody else knows.
What? Are you serious?
I've been so focused on everybody else this trial. But I guess now's a good time to say it, right?
You better not have kept quiet on purpose. This isn't a game, you know.
Actually, this...
Please don't say such controversial statements.
Well, what do you know, Nagito?
Well, it's nothing big, really. Only a small, decisive clue that points to the killer.
Dang! That's a huge deal!
A decisive clue. Does something like that really exist?
Let's take a look, shall we? Regarding the rope Ibuki was dangling from, this rope was supplied by the supermarket, right? There weren't any ropes inside the music venue.
Again with the supermarket? That place is a hotspot for criminal goods.
If they got it at the supermarket, that means it was brand new, right?
What's wrong with that?
I want you to take a close look at this rope. And keep in mind that it's brand new. Near the middle of the rope, it's frayed, as if it was rubbed strongly. But why is it like this? The loop Ibuki used to hang herself is on one end of the rope, and the part of the rope that hung from the baton lighting is on the other end.
Hey, you're taking too long. What's wrong with the rope being frayed?
It means, well, from what I can infer, I think the rope was used like this. The killer wrapped the rope around Ibuki's neck, pulled both ends at full strength, and strangled her. The center of the rope is frayed because that's the part they used to strangle Ibuki.
Hold on. I've been listening to you for a while, and it sounds like you knew about this rope clue all along. What exactly did you say to me during the investigation?
If this rope won't be much of a clue, then I might as well search another place.
Not everyone cooperates at a class trial. Those who lie and conceal the truth will obviously be here too. Just like this case's killer. I was just copying them a little bit.
More importantly, what was all that about the rope? The killer strangled Ibuki. And then?
And then, I finished speaking.
How is that a decisive clue?
Huh? You didn't notice it? I thought I made the decisive clue very clear.
Nagito's words contain a decisive clue. Is that really true? What the fuck? Oh lord.
Ibuki didn't die from hanging. She was strangled to death.
That's basically the same thing.
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very different. The scars they leave would look different too. Scars? You mean the rope burn, right?
But we believed it was from a hanging. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
The body at the crime scene was hanged, you know. Obviously, we'd assume it was a hanging.
The Monokuma file complicates this too. It never specified hanging or strangulation.
Whoever misunderstood is to blame.
Ibuki's true cause of death was strangulation. The fact this is a decisive point is not true.
Ibuki didn't die from hanging.
Oh wow, wait. The rope does look straight in some points.
She was strangled to death.
That's basically the same thing.
Oh, fuck.
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very different. The scars they leave would look different too.
Scars? You mean the rope burn, right?
But we believed it was from a hanging. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie? The body at the crime scene was hanged, you know. Obviously, we'd assume it was a hanging.
The Monokuma file complicates this too. It never specified hanging or strangulation.
Whoever misunderstood is to blame!
Ibuki didn't die from hanging. She was strangled to death.
That's basically the same thing.
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very different. The scars they leave would look different too.
Scars? You mean the rope burn, right?
But we believed it was from a hanging. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie? The body at the crime scene was hanged, you know.
No, I know that either.
Ibuki didn't die from hanging. She was strangled to death.
That's basically the same thing.
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very different. The scars they leave would look different too.
Scars? You mean the rope burn, right?
But we believed it was from a hanging. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie? The body at the crime scene was hanged, you know. Obviously, we'd assume it was a hanging.
The Monokuma file complicates this too. It never specified hanging or strangulation.
Whoever misunderstood is to blame!
Ibuki didn't die from it. She was strangled to death.
That's basically the same thing.
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, the scars they leave would look different too.
Scars? You mean the
I'm
rope
probably
burn,
wrong.
right?
But we believed it was from a hanging. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
Oh, yes, I knew it.
So that's what happened. We've been falling for the killer's lie this whole time.
There's something I want to ask you. There's no doubt that Ibuki's cause of death was being hanged by this rope, right? Yes, she had no other external injuries. There's no doubt she died from hanging herself. I see. So Ibuki died by hanging herself.
You said Ibuki hanged herself, but that was a complete lie, wasn't it, Mikan?
That is... well...
You told us the wrong cause of death. You lied, didn't you?
You should have been able to tell the difference between hanging and strangling just by looking. You, Mikan, the ultimate nurse.
Please wait! First of all, I'm not a coroner, so I don't have the medical knowledge to identify injuries like that. That's why it's not my fault if I made a mistake.
You are right. And you have been a great help to us so far.
But even a drunk medical student can notice the difference between a hanging and strangulation.
I'm not taking her side or anything, but being clumsy and unskilled in this area could lead to a mistake.
He's totally right. I'm such a clumsy mess, and I got so careless.
Mikan nursed me till I got better. There's no way I'm gonna doubt her.
Don't you
Favoritism.
think her devotion to nursing is what helped her draw Ibuki to her death?
Yeah.
Huh?
And if not, her symptoms were still very serious and caused her to believe what anybody
Exactly.
told her. It wouldn't surprise me if she willingly followed Mikan because she was nursing her.
So Mikan volunteered to nurse us?
God.
Because she was planning to do this all along?
That's a little... Aren't you like the thief who suspects everyone else of being thieves?
I'm not a criminal. Mikan is. I
What if
mean,
she breaks?
she's a killer, you know.
You've got it all wrong. Please forgive me.
I'm sorry, but there's no way I can forgive you.
Damn.
I just can't forgive this crime at all.
Forgiveness or not, we still have not decided if Mikan is the killer.
I see. You guys are kind. Well, if that's the choice everyone makes, then the only thing I can do is back off, I guess. But is that really okay? Is that everyone's hope?
You're friggin' annoying! If you keep talking, I'm seriously gonna beat you up!
But I'm really not the killer. There's no way I'm capable of killing someone.
Is that really true?
Ooh.
Stop it already! That's enough!
I can't stop! I don't want to do this either. Of course I don't want to do this. But I need to do this.
You doubt your friends?
That's not it. I suspect them because I want to believe them.
What the hell does that mean?
I don't think belief and doubt are necessarily opposites.
Huh?
I do doubt her, but I still want to believe her. Belief lies at the heart of that conflict. 'Cause if there's no room for doubt, then there's no reason to believe, is there?
Don't say deep stuff. I don't really get it.
If you want to believe in someone, you need to overcome doubt first. Belief without doubt is simply a lie.
Fine. Do whatever you want. I won't stop you anymore.
Huh? Is that all you can say?
Oh.
Ah, so in the end, you're all just a bunch of bullies, huh? Justifying your actions with fancy words. Making excuses for why it's not really your fault. Everyone always treats me like that. Always. It's all her fault. She's the one with the problem.
Oh,
I'm
God.
done with that. You hear me? I'm done.
Hey, Mikan.
It's not fair.
Oh, Lord.
It's not fair. 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 Not fair.
It makes sense she would break.
Why won't you forgive me? If you did something wrong, you'd forgive yourself right away. What did I do? Why won't anybody forgive me?
Is acting like this your strategy now? Well, this is annoying. Plus, to be honest, I've run out of ideas. How can we get you to admit it? That's the issue.
If we don't have any clues, why don't we have her give us some?
Huh?
I'm the same as Hajime. I don't want to doubt any of my friends. But still, the truth is one of us murdered two of our friends. That's why we gotta stick with this until the very end, so we can finally break these chains of despair.
Chiaki.
Hey, Mikan, can I ask you one last thing? If you're not the killer, then who fabricated that video Hajime watched? Like I said, it obviously wasn't me. Can you prove it? Prove it? Wait! Do you have any proof that I'm the one who fabricated that video? That's right! Show me your proof! Because you're just assuming the video was filmed at the conference room. Treating me like a killer based on an assumption. Just because I was at the hospital. That's totally crazy. I didn't do anything wrong. Why does everybody always hate me? Please, just forgive me already.
Is this broad really okay? She's emotionally unstable.
I'm not the killer. The video. I never filmed that video. It seems she finally started arguing for us.
Huh?
But the only
Oh,
one
God.
who can find the hole in her
Ah,
argument
sick.
is you, Hajime.
PTA?
So, I'm going to leave this to you once again.
Could it be? Was this Chiaki's goal all along? She's saying everyone's fate depends on me, the only person who saw that video.
Why do you get to decide I'm the killer? Where's your proof? Please, forgive me already!
I need to make up my mind. I'm the one who has to do it. I'm the one who's going to finish this. Really?
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Okay.
Huh? Do you have any proof?
Jesus.
Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikan clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof?
Oh my gosh.
You could tell her body type under the hospital gown?
Trying to get this girl.
Just from that video? Just from that camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight? There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type!
Oh god.
So please forgive me already! Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
Don't flinch, don't hesitate to run away. I'm the only one who saw that video. Who else is gonna do it?
I'm not the killer!
I would if she didn't.
We can't think of anybody else other
Nice,
than you
bro.
who could have filmed that video.
Huh? Do you have any proof?
Lamau.
Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
I find that funny. I know, right, Tony? Ibuki was wearing hospital shoes, right? The person who was hospital shoes too. Lol.
Damn it!
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody else other than you
Oh,
who
Christ.
could have filmed that video.
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
I mean,
Ibuki
yeah,
and
that's
Mikan
fair.
clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight? There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type! So already!
Her eyes, though.
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
I know, right? Crap. I knew she was gonna break, but like, shit, bro. Like, it honestly pained me to fucking, like, have to choose Mikan, bro. No. Fuck, what is my evidence? Surveillance camera unit, AC temperature.
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikan clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight? There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type!
Crap! I honestly don't know what to do!
Forgive me already!
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
I can't figure this out. I need guidance, bro. Palutena's guidance. Tony's guidance, bro. Tony, give me some help.
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
A mistake.
Ibuki and Mikan clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle?
Frick!
Just from that dim candlelight?
It's probably wrong
no way
anyways.
you'd be able to make out
It's
her body
probably
type.
wrong.
So please forgive me already!
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well.
I mean, if they can do a better job on not making it obvious, I wouldn't have said something DR1 and DR2 have it.
You're the
What do you
only
mean,
one who
Brandon?
can point out the killer's mistake.
What do you mean, Brandon? Are you talking about just like Chiaki getting deaded?
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikan clearly have different body types.
Character snapping.
Is that really your proof?
I know, they did make it pretty obvious.
You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle?
No. And I lost all my influence, but
Damn it!
What? Oh, I was about to say. You gotta love it. Stupid Hangman's Gambit.
We will never give up!
Yeah, we won't. Now give me all my influence back, bitch.
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikan clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight? There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type! So please forgive me already!
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
When they turn, what you mean when they turn?
Do you
Like
have any proof?
when they get bright, or not bright necessarily? When they get
Is the
full?
hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikan clearly
Because
have
I
different
honestly
body
love the way her
types.
eyes wander. It's so
Is
nice.
that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight? There's no way you'd
be able to make out her body type.
Fuck off.
So please forgive me already!
Hajime,
This is
pay
so
close
irritating.
attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
What the hell?
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Just give me a fucking BTB already.
Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikan clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight?
There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type!
My god, this is so difficult.
Already!
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
Am I supposed to remember something?
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Huh? Do you have
God.
any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious?
It's the hemp bag.
Or could
It's
it
the
be
hemp bag.
hospital slippers
It's the
she
bag.
had?
It's the bag. 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 It's the motherfucking bag, nigga. The hair is super long, nigga.
Please forgive me already!
Hajime, pay close attention. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
No, gimme, no!
I'm not the killer!
We can't
It's the
think of
hair.
anybody
It's
who
the
could
hair.
have
It's the
filmed
hair.
it.
It's the hair, nigga. It's the damn hair, bro.
Is the hospital gown? Or could it be the hospital?
Ibuki and Mikan.
Is that really? You could tell her body just from that dip.
There's no way you'd be able to make so please forgive me already!
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well.
Come on.
You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
Give me that shit. Please tell me I'm right.
I'm not the killer!
Jesus Almighty.
We can't think of anybody
Help
else
me.
other than who could have filmed that video.
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof?
Yeah. What? Ah! Wait. What?
Damn it!
No. Damn it!
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
You bitch, don't do that to me,
Do you have
Tony.
any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof?
Tony, give me some hot and cold, my nigga. Like, please. Oh my gosh. Bro, this is so fucking confusing.
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikan clearly have different body.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown?
Damn it!
Remember.
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikan clearly have...
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video?
Cold.
Just from that camera angle?
Ugh.
Just from that dim candlelight?
There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type!
Damn it all.
So please forgive me already!
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Huh? Do you have any proof?
Hold on. Oh, Christ.
Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious?
But Tony said cold on
Or could
this.
it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikan clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera
So I'm
angle?
remembering the hemp bag. Okay.
Just from that dim candlelight? There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type!
Ah, this is so confusing.
So please forgive me already!
This is like, oh my gosh, this is like in
pay close attention
DR1.
and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
You know what? I'm gonna remember that.
I'm not the killer!
This is so hard!
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Tell me, am I cold or am I hot?
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof?
Warm.
Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikan types.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown?
Fuck.
Just from that video?
Oh my
Just
gosh,
from
I
that
don't even...
camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight? There's no way you'd be able to make out her body
Right.
type! So please forgive me already! Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
Fuck. Okay, is warm the max or is it like... Are you gonna say like, I'm burning or some shit?
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody else who could have filmed that video.
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Oh. No. Also that, so you're being literal. Okay.
Damn it!
Cause I'm thinking about like the blood on the slippers.
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody else other than you
I'm losing
who could
time.
have filmed that video.
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikan clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof?
Okay. At least I'm not being literal. No, I just mean like they're taking the evidence literal. Like just talking about the slippers, no blood. That's what I meant by literal. I just mean like, tell me at least like, is warm the maximum level of this hot and cold, or is like hotter and burning, like, is that it? Because I need to know that as like a preface so that I know like what I'm looking for. Unless that's what you mean by giving it away.
You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight? There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type! So please forgive me already! Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
Give me that shit. It's called hot and cold for a reason. I guess, okay. You know what? You're right. I'm just flustered, okay?
I'm not the killer!
That's my John. Yeah, there's still more to it.
We can't
but
think
I'm
of anybody
warm.
else other than you
Great.
who could have filmed that video.
Great.
Do you have any
This is the hardest thing
Is
I've
the
ever
hemp bag on her
ever
head
had to do,
proof?
which is a lie.
Is the hospital gown she was wearing
I'm
suspicious?
running out of time.
Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikan clearly have different body.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight? There's no way you'd be so please forgive me already!
You saw what I was going for there, though,
Hajime,
right?
Pay close attention and you're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake. I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody else who could have filmed that.
Oh my god, it's actually getting so. Oh my god. Okay, I know now because it. Okay, I already know because the camera angle. It was so close. Let's see, can I find it? It's super fucking close. But when you get, oh my god, okay. I think I actually, okay. I don't know if I got it right.
Is the hemp bag on? Is the hospital gown? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had?
Ibuki and Mikan.
Hot.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown.
Give me some time, bitch.
Just from that video. Just from that camera angle.
Woo!
I'll shoot through that contradiction. You've committed a major mistake.
You violated the law.
Mistake?
Tony, trust me, bro. I get too excited too.
As I said before many times, I'm the only one who saw that video.
What's wrong with that?
But I never said anything about the camera angle.
Oh.
So how can you say anything about the camera angle as if you saw that video yourself?
Oh.
The only reason Mikan knew the camera angle Hajime had seen is because you're the person who actually filmed that video. Is that right?
This is your just reward. The more desperately you argue, the deeper you dig yourself into a hole. You lied, didn't you?
Are you serious? Is it true, Mikan? Did you kill Hiyoko and Ibuki?
Forgive me! Huh?
Oh.
Huh? 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 Huh?
That's not funny.
I was wrong. Wrong. No, that's not it at all.
That's not it?
I mean, it's impossible.
Impossible.
You know that hemp bag Ibuki was wearing when she died? Try remembering the tote bag instead.
Thanks, Tony.
Ding! I totally remember now.
What the heck's wrong with her? She's getting weirder by the minute.
That tote bag.
But it's funny. You're not
Isn't
cool.
it the same one that girl was wearing in the video?
How do you know so much about that video?
Who cares about that? More importantly, did you know that bag is a limited
Screw you,
item
Tony.
that was sold at the movie theater?
That means you bought it, right?
Hajime saw it too, didn't you? You remember the Usami decal on it, right? Whoopsie! Don't worry about it. I remember even if you don't. Ta-da! There's no mistake that tote bag is a limited item.
No, we're not
So
doing
don't
that.
you think
We don't
it's
do that here.
impossible? Using one tote bag in both the conference room and the music venue at the same time? It's blatantly obvious that that's impossible. Don't you think?
Oh.
That's why that video isn't fabricated, and I'm not the killer. So you'll forgive me, right?
Taking your stubbornness this far. Such despair.
I don't even have the game.
Then you're gonna forgive me? I won't stop until you forgive me!
I don't know why, but I just like when she screams. Long time no see. Well, not really. Okay, so... Please humor me while I taint your ears one last time. Starting from the PTA rollout and ammo features. Bibbidi ba bibbidi bibbidi boobidi bobbidi 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 bobbidi. Oh. Thanks, I really know how to read kanji.
I'll keep explaining it until
I
you
love-
forgive me!
I love the way your eyes look, bro.
Limited item!
Yo, keep those eyes, fam.
That's why that crime is impossible for anyone to pull off.
This chick, has she lost it for good?
It was...
Will you forgive me? You'll forgive me, right? Isn't that right? You're obviously gonna forgive me, right?
At this rate, we're not gonna get anywhere. I gotta do something and end this. I gotta do something so I can make her admit it. Shit, what are gonna be my 4 words? That's the question. Keep those eyes, sweetie.
You still haven't forgiven me? I'll do anything you want. Please, draw on me. Do you understand? Why only me? Please, draw on me! Can you forgive me already? Forgive me!
Oh,
Forgive
crap.
me! Please, draw on me! Do you understand?
Do
Can you forgive me already?
understand?
I'll do anything you want. Can you forgive me already? I'll do anything you want. You're done for! Forgive me! Forgive me! Why only me? There's only one bag. It's impossible to use it in two places at the same time.
This is the end! Monokuma mentioned this earlier.
When you buy one bag, you get another one for free. It's common practice to bait customers with bonus prizes.
Whoever bought that bag should have received another one as a bonus prize. Which means it's not impossible to use that bag in two separate places. So please, just stop making desperate excuses.
Why? Why can't you forgive me? Why?
It seems her desperate struggle is finally coming to an end.
Why does everybody always hate me? You should just forgive me already!
I don't hate you, my guy.
Mikon, it's already over. After I go over your crime from the beginning
Hey.
and show that you have no arguments left. Please, just admit it already.
Ooh.
In the end, at least let me believe in you.
Give me that closing statement. Bitch! Alright, baby. What I saw on the monitor. Hey. Last stock already? Oh my gosh. That's
Here's
it?
everything that
Oh
happened
my
in
gosh,
this
it's so
case.
short. Only 16 seconds.
The key to this
No, I'm
incident
kidding.
is the
Oh my
surveillance
gosh.
camera video that only I saw. That's why I'm going to start with that to unravel the knots of this crime. When I went to the hospital with Mikon this morning, I noticed a specific thing in the lobby. The incoming signal light on the surveillance monitor was blinking ahead of the scheduled time. When I switched on the monitor, what
Sorry.
appeared on screen was a person wearing a hospital gown and a bag on their head about to hang themselves right at that moment. That surveillance camera unit was designed for two-way communication with the hospital and the music venue.
Oh, alright, I'll stop, sorry.
That's why I thought the signal originated from the music venue.
I just really
So
like
I
the
immediately
song.
headed over there. But that was the
I'll keep it
killer's
to a low.
trap.
I'll just be myself.
In truth, that video was recorded in a different place. The killer brought the music venue camera the night before and made their preparations in advance. And then, they filmed that video in the hospital conference room. By doing so, they tried to make me think the incident was happening in real time. When in fact, the crime had already been committed by that point. The person in the footage wearing the bag was actually the killer acting as a fake. I didn't know that, so I went to the music venue and found the hanged body wearing a bag on its head. Seeing the body before me, I panicked and rushed out of there to get the rest of you guys. But that was also part of the killer's trap. After cleaning the conference room, the killer was likely watching the music venue from outside. And, as if they were switching places with me, they went inside the music venue and began working on their last trick. First, the killer peeled off the wallpaper covering one of the stage pillars, revealing Hyoko's body. When I first arrived and saw the hanged body, I didn't notice anything strange about that pillar. I didn't expect it to be slightly larger from the wallpaper, or have Hyoko's body hidden inside. Next, the killer destroyed the surveillance camera that was used in the conference room. After destroying it, they mixed it with what was left of the surveillance monitor found at the crime scene. The surveillance camera the killer used was originally brought from the music venue, but when they brought it, they made sure to destroy its monitor beforehand. They wanted to hide the fact that the camera wasn't at the crime scene. In the end, the killer transformed the crime scene into a closed room. They broke one of the drumsticks from the storage room and placed it near the music venue's entrance. However, they did this to mislead us into believing that the music venue was locked from the inside. In actuality, the reason the music venue became a closed room was because of the glue. The killer sealed the door with glue and intentionally created a closed room that could be forced open. With that, the killer finished tampering with the crime scene and met up with Fuyuhiko and me. They helped us force open the music venue door, despite the fact that they personally sealed it. And they made us discover not just Ibuki's body, but Hyoko's suddenly present body as well. At the time, they pretended to be surprised, but inside, they were probably relieved that their plan worked out. Isn't that right, Mikan?
Ooh.
This crime was orchestrated by you, wasn't it?
Ooh.
Whoa! Now she's laughing?
It's been such a long time. This feeling, I know it well. Like the floor is collapsing, like the sky is falling down upon you. This feeling of despair!
Mikan, you... What has happened to you?
Whoa there! Before that, a moment of your time.
Oh my gosh, part 15, I only had 12 points. What the heck?
It seems your arguments have reached a conclusion, so let's proceed to our regularly scheduled voting time. Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast. Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Let's go!
Okay.
Well now.
Ah, Mikan. Oh, baby. Now then, though it may be obvious at this point.
Correct.
You got it right once again. Look, like that's 3 in a row. That's right. The true identity of this horrifying blackhand who killed 2 girls was Mikan Sumiki.
Damn it.
You gotta be shitting me. Are you saying Mikan, the one who nursed us back to health, was the one who killed them?
I won't forgive
Don't joke
you.
around with me, Mikan. Did you lie to us all along? Were you planning to kill them from the start while you were nursing them?
Hey!
Don't just laugh. Say something. This is going nowhere.
What's going on?
This chick.
Hey.
This is nothing like Peko. She's actually gone mental. There's nothing we can do. She's no longer the same person. She's no longer the Mikan Sumiki we knew. Huh?
Hey.
Based on my predictions, she might have caught it too. Despair disease? She probably caught the despair disease, which was the motive for this case.
What?
Mikan too, you say?
I
wonder, I know this, I know because I was looking at Mikan for so long, she was the one taking care of me after all. My consciousness kept drifting, but even so, when I did catch a glimpse of her, her expression was full of despair, a despair so devoid of hope that not even a single fragment of it remained. Hold on, did you say Mikan also had despair, the despair disease? Then that means she was...
What?
Huh? Hajime, has something crossed your mind? Oh. My body's heavy. No, not just heavy, it's almost soft and really hot. Okay, explain. That's right, Mikan felt really hot at that time. Now that I think about it, that must have been high fever, just like what Ibuki and Akane had.
It cannot be.
Then, because of that disease, Mikan was...
Perhaps?
The symptoms that she surely felt must have been deserving of the name, despair disease. Losing all hope and harboring despair for all hope. Because of that despair disease, she was likely overcome with despair.
See?
That's the reason why she can still laugh in such a hopeless situation. Brandon, get your girl. No, I'm kidding.
Jeez.
Which means the Mikan standing before us is no longer the ultimate nurse. She is completely different. She's a completely different person now that she's infected by the despair disease.
Isn't that right?
She's a human who deserves to be called the ultimate despair. Ultimate despair. I mean, I ain't gonna cap, bro. I love Mikan, bro. I don't give a shit about this shit, nigga. Fuck out here, bro. I love her. That's the reason why I can't forgive this. I mean, killing someone for the sake of despair instead of for the sake of hope.
Possible.
There's no way I can forgive that.
Oh?
For the sake of despair. That's completely wrong.
Huh?
Wrong? Wrong? What's wrong?
What I did was for the sake of my beloved.
Huh? Huh?
Who are you talking about? If only they were still alive, they'd be so happy. Oh, I know.
My beloved was the only one. That's right. The only one who never hated me. They forgave my existence. They forgave me and accepted me. They gave me value.
Jeez.
They loved me. I loved them with all my heart, and they returned it in full. This is my reciprocation.
I understand that I've done something unforgivable, but you know, to transcend all that is truly...
Love.
Oh, what love is all about.
Hey.
I don't understand what you're saying. You don't understand? Is it because you don't have anyone to love? Is it because you're also someone who isn't accepted by anyone? What a pity. I feel sorry for you. That's tough. Even if I say this, I'm sure nobody here would understand, but love is a wonderful thing. And this feeling of freedom where you no longer care about anything. My beloved and I are the only ones within that thin veil, and I'm just looking through it. That's why, as long as I am on the inside, no matter how much they tease me, splash me with water, kick me, it's like nothing matters. I can just die. That's how little it matters. Who cares about hope or despair? It's love, only love.
Could it be?
Nagito, is this really the despair disease you were talking about?
This is...
It seems that I was wrong. Not only was she affected by despair. You were half right. It's right to say that this is all thanks to that disease. Because thanks to that disease, I was able to remember my beloved. Remember? Apparently that's what my symptom was. What a wonderful symptom. Which means you had the remembering disease.
But...
If this means she remembered something and ended up like this...
Such despair.
Are you saying you were like this from the start? Were you like this before you even came to this island? Don't get so angry. Well, first of all, the reason I became like this wasn't my fault. It was all your fault, you know? Because it's not like I'm entirely responsible for turning out like this. I'm the person I am today because of many human relationships. So it's everybody's fault that I turned out like this, you see? Even so, the current me was most strongly influenced by my beloved's existence. And it was also my beloved who created the me that everyone can forgive. But my beloved still forgives me and still accepts me. That is the key difference between all of you and my beloved.
Don't fuck with me!
Like I said, who the fuck are you talking about? you saying this is Mikan? She's the real Mikan? Mikan, please answer me. Do you really remember? You ended up like this all because you remembered? There's no way I can believe that. There's no way the person you are right now is the real Mikan. Oh, you still doubt me? Then to prove I remember, I'll tell you all something nice. It's about the World End organization that all you all were worrying about.
You serious?
You know? Not know, I just remembered, that's all. I knew about it all along, how horrifying that organization known as World Ender is also the organization known as the Future Foundation. Future Foundation. Future? That's right, the symbol on the ancient ruins door. That's right. It was the Japanese word for future.
Hey,
just what is the Future Foundation? What are they planning? As the name suggests, that organization is the World Ender. The Future Foundation is trying to end our world. To put it simply, they're trying to claim the world for themselves.
This is bad.
What the heck? This isn't a comic book, you know? As part of their plan to end the world, the Future Foundation brought us to this island. Isn't that right, Monomi? Huh? I knew it. Monomi, Monokuma, they're both members of that crazy organization, aren't they? Monomi and I aren't members.
I am Monokuma!
My existence is entirely my own. Lamau.
hey,
Don't laugh. Hey Mikan, if you really do remember, then you already know, right? You know the true identity of the traitor hiding among us? Of course I know that. Let's see, the Future Foundation lackey that's hiding among you all is...
Oh?
Well, no one really cares about that, don't you think?
Of course not.
Ah, hell no. You'll find out eventually. There's no need to be so impatient. Probably when that countdown ends. Countdown? You even know about that?
Oh?
I don't know anything. Huh? I have a feeling that's what it is, but who cares about that, you know? I'm drowning in so much love from the bottom of my heart, I just don't care about anyone or anything.
That is...
Mikan, is this really you? I won't believe it. There's no way I can believe. You were like this all along? Because if that's true, then who's the person we've been spending time with up until now? The past. Past? The person. She didn't exist in the beginning. She's just my past self who lost her school memories. You guys consider that thing a friend.
Oh?
That doesn't make me happy at all. It just fills me with despair. You guys accepted my past self, but not my present self. That's...
Well...
That applies to you as well. Memories of people, memories of events, memories of... whatever memory it is, losing memories are...
Do you understand?
like losing your personal identity. Memory is the only important component in building a person, don't you think? Losing our memories makes us shadows of the past, don't you think?
hey,
I don't know what you're trying to say, but in the end, it always leads back to that story. That story about stolen school lives.
Hey,
So, it was all true all along? Our memories were taken away?
damn it.
If it wasn't true, then we wouldn't be suffering this much. Well, why don't you take your sweet time and remember at your own pace? Oh, Monokuma. Is that alright for you to start now?
Yes, indeed.
Punishment time? Damn it, why? Mikan, why does it have to end like this? This is too pointless. This is too much.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
For the ultimate nurse, Mikan Tsumiki.
So it's over. It's really... Now I can go to my beloved, who always forgives me. I can finally see them. Please forgive me, the one who's going to die with the hope of finally seeing you.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Can I check on my little nigga real quick? Hey, what's up, bro? Alright. Is she gonna get dragged or she walk? Oh, so dragged. Alright, let's see. What do you have, Sumiki? Oh. Oh god. Dr. Killcut. Bye-bye ouchies. Ultimate Nurse Mikan Sumiki's execution. Lethal injection, huh? Oh, Christ. Nice. That's so sexual. Nice panties, bro. She's being sent to space? Nice. I guess that's it. What a boring execution. It's finished. Is it really finished? The killer who killed Ibuki Miyoda and Hiyoko Sayonji was Mikan Sumiki, and she's been executed. She's apparently committed her crime because she was afflicted by the despair disease. So what? What's finished? Nobody wanted it to end this way.
Let me ask.
Who was that Mikan from earlier? Was that her true form, or is it itself a symptom of the despair disease?
Damn it.
It doesn't matter either way. If she ended up like that just for remembering, then all along Mikan was never worth being a symbol of hope.
But
Even if her words were influenced by that despair disease, if the disease turned her into that, if she lost herself to a simple disease, she was definitely unworthy of being a symbol of hope.
isn't that right?
So let's just move on. Come on, let's all take this despair and change it into hope.
Please wait!
That isn't possible. I mean, I thought we were friends this whole time, but even so. Like a house of cards collapsing in an instant. In the end, our friend we thought we knew ended up showing us a completely different side of herself. Then she vanished from our sight, leaving behind only her malice towards us. And now, there's no way we can just move on or try to have a clear-cut attitude about these feelings. That's clearly impossible.
Damn it!
It would have been so much easier if she was the traitor, too.
Wrong.
Too bad, that's not the case. Mikan was not the traitor.
Come on.
The traitor is still alive. As proof, see how fine Monomi looks right now? I'm not fine at all. But if the traitor died, wouldn't you be this calm? Or you wouldn't be this calm, right? I mean, you're both pawns of the you're both pawns of the future foundation, so you guys are like two hearts beating as one, right?
You fiend.
Some people say this about the execution, that she died from lethal injection and the hand and all. That was fake, but and that the hand and all that was fake, but I don't know. It's kind of confusing. I don't think it was lethal injection because she's like riding on top of the hand. So it's like, it would be impossible unless that big ass needle like actually got her. So I think it's just like her going to space, but I don't know. It was underwhelming, I can say that much. What do you make, fiend? Did you say that you're different from Monomi?
Phew.
Who cares about who I am? More importantly, I'm tired. The drama just kept going and going. I didn't even have time to eat my black bean right eye during breakfast.
Hey.
Your right eye is made out of black beans?
Hey.
Wait, now's not the time to focus on that. What are you trying to say?
Hey.
You know, isn't it said that life has its ups and downs? It's fun because downs come after ups, but if life was full of downs, wouldn't it get boring? So in order to help you guys feel better, I prepared a special event. Special event? It did feel really short, actually. Head over to the first island beach. An old friend will be waiting there. Oh, old friend. Could it be Nekomaru?
Hey.
Is it? It is, isn't it? Nekomaru was safe after all? Safe. How should I say this? I knew it. I knew that crazy bastard Nekomaru would come back to us in one piece. Awesome. We're starting to see the light of hope. The light of hope? I am happy Nekomaru is returning to us, but
So just as I thought.
3 of our friends just died, so I honestly cannot be happy. Miss Sonia.
However...
Even so, I am still happy. If Nekomaru is safe, I am truly happy.
Fine.
If you are truly happy, you should honestly greet him with open arms. Perhaps those who have been taken from us would do the same if they lived. Hey, Supreme Overlord of who gives a shit, that line doesn't suit you at all.
Silence.
I shall crush you into dust. Ibuki, Hiyoko, Mikan, can you hear us? If you aren't happy, I apologize. However, please forgive me for right now. I want to warmly welcome Nekomaru when he returns to us. You don't have to worry, Sonia. I'm sure your feelings are reaching them. The after effects of that disease, I don't get this at all. Akane.
All right.
Let's go. Yeah, you're right. Nekomaru's coming back. When we heard that, we were unable to contain our excitement as we jumped into the elevator. Yeah, they just ran off without listening to what I had to say.
Unbelievable.
Jeez, they're so impatient. Didn't they learn to stick around until others have finished talking? What does that mean?
Hey.
You're plotting something again, aren't you?
No way!
I'm not plotting anything. I was just trying to properly explain everything to them, including Nekomaru's body. Huh? Nekomaru's body? It's their fault for not sticking around until I'm finished talking. So if something happens because of that, I bear no responsibility. What did you do to Nekomaru?
What's this?
What did I do? I just saved him, that's all. I mean, if I didn't do that, there's no way I could have saved someone who was that close to death. So it just couldn't be helped. Poo hoo hoo. As soon as we exited the elevator, we started running. Hurry, to the beach on the first island!
Alright!
Let's haul ass! Even though our minds were completely exhausted, strangely enough, our bodies felt light. Without stopping for anything, we kept running on running. We kept right on running toward the beach on the first island. Oh god, I don't like where this is going. Something is bad. Where in the world is Nekomaru?
Hey!
Hey, Nekomaru, show yourself!
Listen!
We have come to pick you up. Please hurry up and come out of hiding. We raised our voices. We looked around in the area. We raised our voices again. We looked around the area again. And so on and so forth, we kept looking for him. But...
Hey!
But what the hell, man? He's nowhere to be found.
Damn it!
Could it be? Did we get false information from Monokuma again? And that's when it happens. We heard a familiar voice echo throughout the beach.
What happened? Were y'all looking for me?
Could it be?
That voice! With high hopes in our hearts, we turned around toward the direction of the voice. And then we saw something truly unbelievable.
Huh? What the?
Yo! I've kept you waiting. Hey, what's going on? Perhaps you don't remember my face since we haven't seen each other in a while. That's pretty sad, you know? That's too much!
Who are you?
Huh? You too? What's going on? If you're messing with me, I'll stop doing it to you.
Nekomaru? Haven't you noticed it yourself?
What do you mean, noticed? Oh, you mean this body? This is nothing!
Oh, God. Whoa.
The name's Nekomaru Nidai! I've been reborn in the rivers of hell!
That is a scream full of terror.
Danganropa.
We were hoping things would progress smoothly. That's right, a common ordinary progression would have been just fine. Like, for example, the enemy's lair crumbling right after you defeat the final boss, or your dead friend suddenly reappearing. It would have been just fine if things had progressed like that. That's the kind of old school progression we were hoping for. Not this unreasonable turn of events.
The name's Nekomaru Nidai! I've been reborn in the rivers of hell!
Nekomaru? Is that you?
No matter how you look at it, I'm still me!
No matter how we look at it, this isn't you at all.
Oh my.
Yeesh!
Jeez, you guys are staring. You guys are a strange lot. You all have such a big. You all have such wide eyes. Oh my gosh. Even his poses are different. Well, perhaps you'll fall in love with this metallic body of mine? I already know what you want to say just by looking in your eyes. Then again, I am a former team manager. Former. What happened? You look like you've seen a ghost or something.
You...
Hey man, don't go scaring Miss Sonia with that strange-ass mask. As he raised his stammering voice, Kazuichi grabbed onto Nekomaru's head and...
I already know!
Come on, take it off! Ow, 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 ow! Stop it! Stop it!
Hey, hey!
Huh? Why would it come off? Wait, what? Are you freaking kidding me? I love that face. Holy crap, it's not just for show.
Pure electricity!
It's not just for show, it's pure electricity. I've been reborn as pure electricity. If you're seriously Nekomaru,
Damn it.
that's my fault, right? You ended up getting a body like that, and it's all my fault, right?
Sorry.
Nekomaru, I don't know how to apologize for this. Don't worry about it. A lot of stuff happens when you're alive.
You serious?
You're too upbeat. Is this really okay? If you keep sweating the small stuff, you're going to end up getting more gray hairs.
Hey.
Commentating on everything, on every little thing he does is a waste of time.
Hey.
But you're really Nekomaru, right? You came back for us, right? That's right. I've been resurrected from the depths of hell in shining silver. How are you even okay with that? It doesn't even compare to my eye patch. How can you accept that body?
Oh!
It's better to just be alive.
Huh?
It's better to just be alive. Hey, don't you agree? If I'm actually alive, I can still talk to you all. If I'm alive, I can still fight.
Show some spirit!
It doesn't matter what happens to my body, not one bit.
Amazing.
You're amazing. Nekomaru is brimming with hope. God, it's better to just be alive. I do understand what Nekomaru is saying, but no matter how much we make sense of this, it's just too weird. This isn't a novel or a movie. This is reality. Can something this unexplainable really be allowed to happen? No. Instead, why did this happen? Anyway, I'm glad. That's fine, right? Right, Nekomaru definitely came back to us.
What's this?
My, am I interrupting your touchy reunion? Why is Nekomaru a robot?
Hey!
Unfortunately, it was truly difficult to save Nekomaru from the jaws of death. But they don't call me the psychopop magician for nothing.
Oh my goodness!
Such
a wonderful before and after has occurred.
Thank you for finishing my sentences. It appears I'm a little too dramatic. Thanks to that, I'm getting stabbed by all these envious stares. I don't think envious is the right word. Hey, if you're really a robot, what's going on with your thought process? Is that a program too? Then what happened to the other stuff like your self-awareness and... How many times do I have to tell you that it doesn't matter? I mean, obviously it matters, Nekomaru. No matter what happens, no matter what shape... Oh, God. No matter what shape or form I take, I am Nekomaru Nidai. Is he going to power through the rest of his life with his new abilities? That kind of reaction, it looks like you really are self-aware. That music technology is insane. I've never seen or heard of anything like this before. What the commoner considers advanced is not much of an advancement. If you think advancements exist in colleges and laboratories, that's a huge misunderstanding. Real advancements exist in the place where you can pass on the talent.
Hey!
And you're saying that's you. Were you really that amazing?
You.
Stop admiring him. You stupid stuffed toy, don't go screwing with people's bodies like that.
What?
Hold on, if you harm Monokuma, you're going to... You intended to find me yet again? You're quite the barbarian.
Disappear!
Jeez, this time you will definitely fall prey to my Monokuma bazooka. Oh god. Not again. Nekomaru? Yeah. But he actually survives this time. Once again, the world shook and turned stark white, as if the surrounding environment and all surrounding was blown away by the impact, turning away everything completely white. And within that whiteness, I heard a voice yet again.
Nekomaru!
Is he naked? Oh. Oh,
That didn't faze me at all! Check it out! I'm intact! I have no injuries at all!
cool.
Hey!
Are you fucking serious? He took that blast and doesn't even have a single scratch. Awesome. He's seriously a real robot. Hey, can you let me disassemble you? Can you let me disassemble you and show me your insides?
No, thank you!
If I get disassembled, I'll end up dying.
By the way...
I suppose I should fill you in. Even though he's just a robot, if Nekomaru is killed, it's still going to count as a murder, okay?
Of course!
It's possible that Nekomaru might kill someone instead. Don't say such foolish things. That will never happen. Well, with all that in mind, you guys enjoy the killing school trips together.
Let's get along!
Once again, I hope we can all get along.
It's impossible.
It's gonna be a while before I can mentally process this. Nekomaru will never return to his original form? If that's the case, it is a burden for Nekomaru.
Sheesh!
Hey, it's not like I came back as a monster. I'm just a robot, you know? I'm sorry, I can't really see a difference.
Uh-huh.
Well, just consider this a little promotion. By making your robot one of the main characters, a genuine mystery is transformed into a sci-fi mystery. And the hard-boiled is transformed into cyberpunk. You're totally destroying the genres. Oh well, who cares? As long as it's fun, it's totally fine. As I listened to Monokuma's boisterous laugh, once again I was forced to accept this island is not the day-to-day world I know. It's a mad world where the strange is accepted as normal. Causes, reasoning, circumstances, foreshadowing, these things don't apply here at all. That's what it means to live in a mad world. Can we just like go back so I can save? Oh no. We got a theme park? That's cool. Disneyland. The next morning we gathered at the hotel restaurant like we always do. Yeah, I'm gonna stop it here. Sorry. Yeah, alright. Sorry, Akane. Alright. That was a handful. Yeah, I'm ending that.